This is an example of a condominium complex that was built in 1979. This was the style back then, and we're going to talk about the siding and the structure of the roof and the overhang and the eave areas. So when this was built, the popular type of material on the exterior that was used was T111 cedar siding, which is basically large sheets, 4x8 sheets, etc. And it's applied. Wood siding is a maintenance type material, so it's going to require periodic seal to preserve the wood, and you want to make sure that it's dry, not wet. And when I'm looking at these types of structures, I want to know where that sun is. Is this the north or south side? This is the south side here. The sun is right there. It's going down right now. And so when I look at the structure, back in this area, there's a little cove design back here that's not getting daylight, so it's trapping a lot of moisture. In conjunction with all of the roof water is dumping back in there, along with this eave area. Now it's poor by design because of the overhang right here that you're looking at. This does not have any extension to shoot that water away from the house itself. So very much like a Cape Cod, the wall goes up, hits that roof line, and goes back up. So the only way to put soffit ventilation is available only underneath this area here. So you can see the soffit vent right there, and they do have different applications that can be installed on the roof shingle a few rows up. There's a side edge that could be applied there that is a roof vent for this lower area. So without having the rain gutter, improper ventilation, being in Michigan northern areas, this is very vulnerable of ice jamming and backing up, because that air cannot flow into that attic and push that heat up and out through the ridge vent up at the uppers. So now what I'm finding here, this is 2024, so we're decades into the future, but I'm noticing you have the cedar siding and then a different type of material. It looks like it is cedar, but in fact it's not. At first I thought it was a compressed wood board that's like a OSB board, and it is not. Actually, back in this area, it starts to reveal more of the type of material and the condition and what's been happening. So let's get a closer look in here. Okay, so we have gas meter, we have the air conditioner. It's well shaded now, and again, it's got no daylight because that south sun can't come this way. And you can see there's no soffit ventilation, there's no gutter, and you got a lot of water dumping in this corner. So there's several things going on here, let alone that water's just finding its way down into the basement areas. But now take a look at the siding. This has been impacted by lots of moisture. And what it is it's a cement board. One name brand is James Hardie that manufactures this today. They actually have from what I understand, a 50-year warranty on this material. But it can be impacted by weather conditions. So with all that water that's been coming down in this area, has just been deteriorating this material. But that is what you have here, is cement board. Now, if you find cement board being used over 50, 60, 70 years back, I'm talking maybe even 80, 75 years back, there is the possibility of asbestos in the material, not cement. So it could be either or, but in today's standards, this is definitely cement board, and it can be impacted by volumes of water. Now, I think that water is not only on the front, but it's been getting behind it. And I think that ice jamming and backup has occurred and gotten into the wall. And I'll show you right here on this seam, it's totally loose.